97-96, Nuggets trail, 4 seconds to go. Into Carmelo, 3 seconds. Carmelo launches! Carmelo Anthony with the game winner!
What's up, y'all? It's the kid, Donnie Boy 3 and I'm back again with another video. And if you haven't already been able to tell by the title, this video is going to be more of a sports video, NBA specifically, and we're going to be talking about who are the top 10 NBA players of all time. Now, obviously, Carmelo Anthony isn't in the top 10 NBA players of all time. He damn near might not even be in the top 50 players of all time. And his career might damn near be over. But I had to show him some respect because Carmelo's that man. So let's just all have a moment of silence for my man Carmelo Anthony's career. Okay. Now, before we get started, I wanted to point out a couple honorable mentions. And one of them is going to be Bill Russell, who has 11 championships, and he won those the majority in the 60s and I think late 50s because mainly free agency and things like that didn't work the same as they do now today. So all the best players were on one team, and that's how those guys racked up a lot of championships. Not trying to take anything away from Bill Russell, but it was a different time back then. And another guy I'm going to mention is Wilt Chamberlain. He's a guy who put up absolutely ridiculous numbers. This man averaged 50 points a game in one season and had multiple seasons averaging over 30, but quite frankly, I think he may have been a stat chaser back in the day, and that's the reason he was able to rack up such crazy numbers. And he probably was a shot chucker, which is why he ended up getting such amazing numbers. But if you look at his success, he won, I think, 2 championships and lost multiple times when he was expected to win. So I can't put those guys on my list, especially since I haven't seen them play personally. Alright, now without further ado, we're going to get right into the list. To start my top 10 NBA players list, I have Larry Bird. Larry Bird was an amazing player for his time. He played majority of his career in the 80s. He won 3 championships, but he could possibly have won more if he didn't go up against another guy that's on my list a little further down. He probably would be a little higher on the list if he wasn't very unathletic. That's the major thing keeping him back from being higher on the list to me. He wasn't that great of an athlete, and I feel that has to play a part in your all-time ranking, because if that guy had athleticism, who knows how good he would be, but unfortunately he didn't. So Larry Bird is going to have to be a number 10, and he was a great shooter. He's one of the greatest shooters of all time, and he gets points alone for being the only lone white guy on this list, so let's give it up to Larry Bird. Speaking of great shooters, number 9 on my list is going to be Steph Curry. Steph Curry is hands down the greatest shooter we have ever seen in the NBA, and if you disagree with that statement, chances are you just don't know basketball, because statistically already he's top of the line when it comes to being a shooter in the NBA, and he's not even almost done with his career, so he's got a lot of years left to play. And for him to be in the top 10 list already at this point in his career just is a testament to how good this man is. He already has 3 championships with the Golden State Warriors. Granted, Kevin Durant did go there and make it a little bit more easy for them to get it, but he's performed, he's put up great numbers, and he's definitely a top 10 player all time, Stephen Curry. Number 8 on my list is going to be Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon is without a doubt one of the best big men to ever play the game of basketball of all time, offensively and defensively, and he's one of only a few people to ever win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same year. He won back-to-back championships in the 90s. One of only a few players to ever win championships in the 90s because it was such a tough era because of a certain someone who's probably going to be on this list. But Hakeem Olajuwon managed to get it done, and he had a great career, and Hakeem Olajuwon is number 8 on my list. Now, number 7 on my list is going to be Shaquille O'Neal, aka Shaq. Now, Shaq is one of the biggest humans to ever play the game of basketball. I don't mean as far as height, I mean as far as girth. That man was huge, and in his absolute prime, nobody was able to stop Shaq. Shaq was literally a monster. He won 3 straight championships alongside another guy on my list. He was unstoppable. Like, imagine trying to stop a guy about 350 pounds, 7'1", backing you down. There's just nothing you can do with that, and he's literally probably the most unstoppable player ever in his prime. But because he didn't work as hard as maybe he could have, he got a little fatter later on in his career, and it probably slowed him down a little bit, but he still managed to have a successful career. But that's just a testament to how dominant Shaq was. Now, at number 6, a lot of people may disagree with me here, but I'm kind of going based off of majority of their career, because I've watched majority of their career and they've been absolutely unstoppable ever since they come into the league. And that's going to be number 6, Kevin Durant. I said Shaq is the most unstoppable force, but that's as far as big man. Kevin Durant's the most unstoppable scorer of all time. He can literally do anything he wants. He's a 7 foot tall shooting guard, pretty much. He can shoot threes at a high clip. He can drive to the rim. He can dunk. He's athletic. He literally has no weakness in his game, and he's a great defender at that when he wants to be. And for a lot of years on that Thunder team when Durant was there, Westbrook led them in shots taken literally every year, but somehow Durant was still leading the league in scoring like 3 or 4 times. So that just goes to show how good that guy actually is. And now he's on the Warriors, and we're all getting a chance to see how good he is. And he might possibly get a 3-peat this year to build his legacy even further. I know some people might say it's a little too soon for that, but Kevin Durant is without a doubt one of the top 10 players of all time in my opinion, and that's why I have him at number 6. And number 5 for me, you can call it biased if you want, because the Lakers had whatever. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is at my number 5 spot because he literally has just too many accolades to be put any further than that. He's a 6-time champion, like 5 or 6-time MVP. He is the all-time scoring leader, and not to mention he was a great college player. Every year he played in college, he won a championship. He won a championship in high school every year he played, and then when he got to the NBA, he managed to win 6 championships. But the reason I didn't make him higher on this list is because he played kind of a second fiddle role in the later part of his career, and his numbers dropped a little bit. He was still great, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's guys who majority of their career were the man and were playing at a high level longer than I feel Kareem was. But that's not to take anything away from him. He's still a great player, and that's why I have him at my number 5 spot. Now at the number 4 spot, I have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's teammate Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is a household name. Literally everybody knows the name Magic Johnson, and he played a big part in being a leader on 5 of Kareem's 6 championships. He has 5 total championships himself. He probably could have had a bit more if he didn't have his career get cut short by the HIV scare thing, but he managed to do a lot in his like 10-11 year career. Probably the best passer of all time. His rookie year, he came in and won Finals MVP, winning a championship after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got hurt, and just never looked back since then. And he's without a doubt one of the greatest players of all time. Now my number 3 spot may be kind of controversial here, and there's probably a few guys left off this list who you know might be coming up, but how I order them may trigger you, I'm not sure. But I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that at my number 3 spot, I do have
LeBron James.
LeBron James is definitely top 5, top 10 players of all time. He has to be up there with his combination of athleticism, basketball IQ, passing, and even he's not even that bad of a shooter. He's not a bad shooter as people like to make it seem, like guys like Giannis and people like Ben Simmons.
No. Trash ass nigga.
But LeBron has damn near had one of the best careers of all time, and you can't take anything away from him. He's managed to pull out 3 championships. It could have been a lot more. He's been one of the most unfortunate players of all time too, because injuries and a lot of things have caused him to not win more championships, but he still managed to come out with 3, a 4-time MVP. There's just not a lot more I can tell you about him. He's a household name too as well, just like the rest of these guys on the list. At my number 2 spot, I got
Kobe!
You can't teach what Kobe Bryant did and what he became. He's one of the hardest workers in basketball history, and that's the reason he was able to have such a great career. Multiple seasons averaging over 30 points per game. 5-time NBA champion. People don't like to give him credit with those championships he won with Shaq earlier, but he literally averaged like 20 plus points per game for all of those championships and made crucial plays, big game winners throughout their playoff runs to win the championship. So you have to give him full credit for that, just like you give everybody else credit for the championships they won. And then after they split up, Kobe went on to win 2 championships. Meanwhile, Shaq only won 1, and that's what kind of separated them to me, and the reason why he's the greatest Laker of all time. And Magic Johnson, Kareem, and Shaq have also said that. So you gotta put Kobe at number 2, in my opinion. Now at the number 1 spot, and the person who we all know as the GOAT, the greatest player of all time, hands down, is Brandon Knight.
They probably could use like an athletic 2-3-2 type of guy that can set up the team. Small forward.
6 seconds left. Johnson throws it, intercepted. Knight, 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh, he missed it at the horn. Never seen anything like that. Mike. Here comes Chris Paul. The lob. Yeah! Oh, what a monster! Almost a sheepish grin on his face. I want to see it again. This could be as good as anyone we saw for play. Absolutely. I'm telling you, folks, can't get tired of seeing this. Just pick an ankle. Tell me that won't be number 1 of the night on everybody's list.
No, I'm just playing with you guys. We all know Michael Jordan, MJ, 23. We all know that man's the greatest player of all time. He was one of the best offensive and defensive players of all time. 6 for 6 in the NBA Finals, and just literally the GOAT. So yeah, if you can name me a better basketball player than Michael Jordan, I'd like to see you try it, because quite frankly, there is none. But I'd like to thank you guys for clicking on this video. I know it's unrelated to any of my other type of content, but I'm going to keep pushing out stuff and then seeing what people like. You can let me know what you think of my list in the comment section below. But with that being said, I just wanted to thank you guys again for watching the video. Be sure to like it up if you liked the video, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace.